Listen, ain't no sense of me lying. I believe if you work hard, you should have the best that your money can buy. So don't even call me if you need somebody to help you demonstrate some type of restraint on buying a car, because I ain't that guy. I'm going to help you spend every dime of that money. But at the end of the day, it's just got to make sense. Hope I make it out of here. Listen, I don't know if you're like me, but you have these friends that just want to call you because they generally care about you and just want to make sure that you're doing well. Well, if you're like me, then you actually don't have those friends. You have friends that call you because they're doing their very best, and I mean they're doing their absolute best to help you demonstrate extreme financial irresponsibility and show that you have no discipline. Case in point, I got this friend that he calls me kind of in an excited panic, if you will. He calls me, he's like, man, I'm at the dealership. You got to go and sell your car back to the dealership. They giving top dollar. I mean, they handed money out like government subsidies. Now, when I hit top dollar, my brain shuts off like a Walmart power strip. So what do? I jump in the car. Here I go, jumping in the car, driving right over to the dealership. Jump out the car. I'm excited because I'm thinking I'm about to come up. I'm about to level up to the next car that I've been looking at for some time, truth be told. So I go busting through the door, talk to the sales guy. You know, he's helped me out on a couple of purchases. We get the guy that estimates the car. So walk around. I already got my mind set up on the next move that I'm going to make because I'm going to surprise these guys. In fact, two of my friends have just made purchases of the new 992 T Hybrid 911. So I'm thinking I'm going to slide one in on them. I already got one picked out. So here's the thing. Guy comes back with the appraisal, and you know how you have a number in your head? Well, I had a number in my head. In fact, I had a couple of numbers. I had a number in my head that I would accept. I had a number that I was going to ask for. Guy comes back with a number that's higher than both of those, okay? I'm astonished. I'm sitting up like, okay, let's do it. Let's make this happen. So we start looking at the options that I have and start running some numbers. And here's the thing. After I sell my car, which is in excellent shape, it's a 9 out of 10, okay? After I sell my car, the money that I walk away with when I look at the new car and the expenses of the new car, it's going to leave me in a hole. And when I say a hole, I'm not talking about a mild hole of inconvenience. No, I'm talking about a canyon, like, hello, why did you do that? Like, that was the most incredibly dumb decision that you could have ever made type of hole. So I'm sitting up here looking at how can the car that I have appraise at this. In fact, just for a benchmark, if I sell this car to them for what they're willing to buy it from me for, I couldn't afford to buy the car back from them after they certify it. So a used car that's 4 years old is going to sell used for more than it was bought brand new. Make that make sense? So, okay, that being said, I'm sitting up thinking, well, I can't make this happen. So I walk around and I look for some other options. But there are always other options. Because in fact, I'm motivated to sell now. So for me not to be in the hole, I got to step down 2 trim levels just to be equivalent to where I am. I got to step down 2 levels of cars just to be equivalent to where I am financially. And I'm doing my best to make this make sense in some bizarro Super Friends level world. But it's got to make sense, right? So, I say that to say this. I'm all about you leveling up. Get what you want. Get the best thing that your money can afford you. But it's got to make some level of sense. So where I am, I want to level up. There's a couple of things that I have in sight that I'd like to get. But for me, it doesn't make sense financially, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. It doesn't check any of those boxes as far as being a sensible decision for me to get rid of Erica, my Gentian Blue 992 Turbo. So I'll get up, I leave the finance office, and I consider myself inoculated, vaccinated against the car buying bug. So I'm officially cured with at least a year's worth of vaccine on board to keep me from making a irresponsible purchase of another car. So the bottom line is this. You can have what you want, but it needs to make sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, and you jump out here and you get that dream car or that level up car, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to enjoy it knowing that you're being taxed. I mean, you're being taxed like a carton of cigarettes every time you grab the keys. I mean, that's just me. It's got to make sense.